me get this straight. You mean to tell me while Brittany was inside partying, filling up them children of that E. coli cake, Andy, that you made, you and your son sat out in the car the whole time? Tell me that didn't happen. You sat out in the car. No way this man was a cop. I'm gonna have to see some proof. Andy, you're a doofus. Child, let's get into it. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another recap of Love After Lockup. We got a new participant. We got a new participant, and I was looking at her. Now I know the sisters was looking at her side-eyed, bald, and just lips just turned up. Y'all, I have been watching this show for so long. And it never ceased to amaze me what these people do for love. We got Joy. Her name is like Joaima or Joy some child. I'm calling her Joy. Joy and Red, honey, she is Native American. They live down there in that good old New Mexico, child. Now, Joy met Red 7 years ago. It was a lockup hookup. Okay, she was scrolling through Facebook, and she was like, oh, she met this guy. The guy was like, nah, I ain't the one for you, but I got somebody for you, and she done met Red. What's Red up in there for, child? He been up in there for 10 years. Was it all robbery? Oh, child. What makes that attractive? Now, you know he's in there for 10 years. And then here you are getting with, I just don't understand. Maybe it ain't for me to understand because ain't no way. So they were talking. She done fell in love, but then she got lonely. Okay? She needed that back blown out. Well, he can't do it. In fact, they have never met a day in their life, and they've been carrying on with each other for 7 years. It ain't no way. So she done went and got her back blown out. She lonely, and she done had a child. He said that when he gets out, they're going to have a discussion about what she did. What is there to discuss? That kid is 4 years old. How old is that boy? Is he older? He 3? So it's about time for him to be released. Okay? It's time for him to be released. Her sisters done come over, and like every other family member, like every other friend, they have their problems with this. They was like, we don't know this dude. Okay? She been carrying on with this guy. She ain't never met him. What she know about him? The same old script. You know. What any normal family would say when your sister is carrying on a relationship with a guy in prison for 7 years. But see, this is the kicker. She done spent $40,000 on this man. $40,000. She said she done went without so her man can have. She done took from Peter to pay Paul. Just so he can have his oodles and noodles and his little Debbie cakes. And whatever else he needs. What in the world do you need $40,000 for in prison? I would never understand that. You working. You scraping, you borrowing, you doing all you can do just so your man in prison can be comfortable. Meanwhile, you have a child uncomfortable. Tell me what sense that make. She wants Red to be Sway's father. She wants Sway to call him daddy. So she needs some money. Now she done spent $40,000. She done drained it dry, child. So she done went down to the good old pawn shop. And she done got blankets and throws and jewelry from her grandmother. And pawned it for $500. Let me tell you something. My sister... See, that would have been my sister snatching me bone. If I would have told my sister, you know what? I'm going to the pawn shop. And I'm going to pawn some of Grandma's jewelry that she gave me. My sister said, I don't care how old you are. You getting an ass whooping today. I know not. My sister would have given me the money before I did that. No way. No way. You pawning all this just for a guy you have... Oh. What y'all think about Joey? What y'all think about it, child? Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Y'all been slacking on hitting the like button. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the new participant, child. Let's move on. Andy! Andy, you're a buffoon. You're a buffoon. You done drove. You done picked up Brittany. Her and her daughter done had some type of squabble. Okay? You go to this party and you sit inside the vehicle the whole entire time while they in that party. I thought she was going to go inside, spend like 5-10 minutes with her family, and then say, hey y'all, let me introduce you to Andy and his son. They out in the car. Andy, come on up in here. She didn't do that. She kept you inside the vehicle the whole time. How long was she in there? And not only that, she kept your son inside the vehicle. He needs to go home. So she come bebopping outside. Hey, how's it going? It was a good time. So she talks about how she spent time with her kids. She enjoyed herself. Gracie is on the verge of having a breakdown, child. Gracie is just crying, snot flying all over the place. She is going through something, okay? This girl is hurt. This girl is damaged. Honey, this girl and her mama need counseling. So she's dealing with that. And so she was like, you know what? I've had such a long day. I had. Y'all notice that? I've had such a long day and I'm tired and I really don't feel like, going back to your house. Wink, wink. Okay? Can you get a hotel? So here's Andy. Well, that really wasn't the plan. I'm also tired. I really want to go home. Yeah, but I'm more tired than you. I'm tired. Why is it that these inmates, some of them, when they get out of prison, they are the most selfish, self-centered people I have ever met? I can talk trash about these people giving these inmates thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But I can also talk about the inmates who accept it, and when they get out, they act foul and rude and mean and entitled. How you gonna spend all that time in prison away from your family and your loved ones, and then when you get out, you think that you owed something? Go kick hot rocks. You're not. And you should treat the people who was decent enough, okay, to take care of you while ain't the only one. We've done seen many of them do it. Karak, I'm going to get to you in a minute. So Brittany said that she wants to stay in the hotel, and of course, what does Andy do? Kay. Oh, sure. So he goes, he gets 2 rooms for his son. Again, that son needs to go home. But the son says, you know what? They seem like they love each other. They're having a good old time. I hope she don't hurt my father. Well, we already know how this goes. And so Brittany is like, I know your sister has their reservations, but I hope, they give me a chance. And so the brother said, listen, it's just going to take time. Okay, they'll come around. They're not. Because, see, word on the curb is Andy and Brittany are no longer together. So that didn't take long. So, of course, Andy, this whole time, he wants to blow out that bag. He said that he is sexually frustrated. Okay? All right? It's been 8.5 months. But see, Andy, come here, copper. Come here, ex-cop. Come here. She don't want you. She don't want you. Every time she's around you, it's like she wants to throw up. She keeps making this. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. She kept you in the car for hours so she could party with her children that she didn't even introduce you to. Doofus. Just doofus. So, of course, she goes, she takes a shower, she says she going to bed. Wasn't it still daytime? It was like 4 o'clock. What is happening? So Andy, of course, he is, upset by this because, of course, he wanted to get into the nookie. Hey, the nookie. Hey, the nookie. Hey. Who used to sing that song, y'all? Who was that rap group, child? So anyway, Brittany says it was the next day, and Andy was, touchy-feely, rubbing, and she was like, dry heaving. What about when she was talking about Andy, and she went, ugh. Brittany, leave that man alone. We all know what you're doing here. You know what you're doing. You got bigger problems. You need to deal with your children. You need to deal with Gracie because that girl is going through some emotional stuff that you need to handle. Okay? And it's your doing. You said it yourself. It's your doing. That girl has had a whole lot of responsibility on her shoulders raising her siblings while you were locked up. You got things more important to deal with than Andy's slow self. And what is this that I hear? Andy was married? Wow, he was talking to Brittany. Child. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? Leave it down below. Leave it down below. Chelsea and Mikey. Ain't much here. Okay, Chelsea, she done made it to the hotel. She FaceTiming her friend, and she is beyond excited to get Mikey. It's time for him to get out. But she also talks about how she has been in abusive relationships, okay? The men ain't been good to her, all right? And it don't seem like any of them have been good to her, child. She says that she was taken advantage of because she was deaf. I could see that. I could definitely see that. All right? And she says she just wants somebody to love, and Mikey is the guy to fulfill her needs. But see, not in that way. Because of all of the abuse and all of the trauma, sex is just something that she puts on the back burner. All right? But she is excited to see Mikey. Mikey gets out, and when I tell you Mikey looks like he can bite a brick. Now listen, Mikey looked like he could bite a brick. And you know who else looked like they could bite a brick? Red, honey. Red looked like he could clean a pork chop. Joy, you need to be working overtime just for that grocery bill because Red looked like he could eat 13 pieces of chicken. Mikey gets out. Mikey don't look bad, okay? You know, we've seen worse. And he don't look bad. He's excited. He says that he loves Chelsea. He's signing. I can appreciate Mikey for signing, you know. And he says that Chelsea was there for him, all right? When he went through his strokes. What's going on with that, Mikey? Wasn't you suing the prison and the prison guards and the state? What's going on with that lawsuit? So he says that when he was going through his strokes, Chelsea was there for him. Because, you know, it's cold on the inside. All right? You need somebody to show you some support, to call you, okay? To lend you a little ear, a little talking to. That's what Chelsea was to him. They were playful in the car. He was making her laugh. It was good to see her laugh. All right? Now, listen. Wherever this go, I don't know, child. I don't know. But he's out, they're happy, and we will see about Chelsea and Mikey, child. Child, let's move on. Oh, Assata ain't going to be on the show, I guess. Assata done dipped. Is that it? We got Ranika. Ranika done spent, well, her friend done spent money on a private investigator. I don't know why her friend done wasted money. She could have Googled all this. So we find out that Assata is with the auntie, all right? Which we already know is the girlfriend. Ranika, why you mad? Ranika, why you mad? Why you doing all this? You found out that he had a girlfriend before you pulled out the parking lot. Why you mad? Even when you found out he had a girlfriend, you let this man blow your back out. He tiptoed in the dead of night, left you, went with another woman, and ain't heard from him since. Why you mad? You spent $3,000 and wherever else, how much money you done get him out of jail. You done spent $4,000 to move your children to be with this man. Why are you mad? You know that saying, he's going to show you who he is. You best believe it. See, he literally showed you. He literally showed you. Why you mad? So the private investigator, honey, he is loving this. I'm loving this. Honey, he's loving it. He's excited. He done called the room acting like he was front desk. Talk about you need some towels and rags. Are you there by yourself? You there that other party okay? You know, doing all that, talk. Well, honey, Assata and Auntie was hip to that, child. All right? They hip to that. They knew someone right. Because according to them, that hotel, motel, not the Holiday Inn, don't even let you get extra wash rags and towels. What type of flea-infested, roach-infested motel y'all staying in? It wasn't the Ritz. It wasn't the Marriott, I can tell you that. So he says that he is going to confront said Assata. And what about the homegirl? The best friend said, listen, I ain't getting involved in this mess. The private investigator said, it's best you go home. She said, you ain't said nothing but a mother freaking word. I'm already at home, okay? Bye, girl. See, that's what Ranika should have did. So so they're going to bust Assata like this was a great value episode of Cheaters. But see, Assata said no. Okay, all right. Done sent a text talking about you can't trick me. Okay, who you think you playing with? Quit playing on my phone. Okay, I know what you're doing. All right, I'm 10 steps ahead of you. So they had already left, according to the private investigator and that text, because they use past tense. They use past tense. So here is Ranika and Assata screaming on the sidewalk at each other. Screaming. Ranika is, where you been? Where you at? What are you doing? You with her? You with her? You with that B word? She told me you been with her for 2 years. Yeah, she told me that. She told me that. And yet, Ranika, you still slept with this man. I'm just trying to understand, y'all. Y'all, I'm just trying to understand. So here's Assata. He could care less. Well, why would he care? He don't care, girl. He didn't care. Okay, so they're screaming and they're yelling at each other. All right. Y'all notice the little message that WeTV always put up about his untimely death and how this has already been taped? Okay, we get it. All right, we get it. I just want to know, we going to see Assata again? Or is this the Ranika I'm embarrassing myself show? He done hung up on her. She done called him back cussing, fussing. All right? Her phone goes dead. Child. Ranika says that she is contemplating revoking bond. Why haven't you already done that? I would have told the private investigator to drive me down to wherever I need to go to revoke that bond so I can get my $3,000 back. Girl, he done spent this whole time, more time with the auntie than with you. Revoke the bond. God. We done, y'all? Are we done? Okay. Let's move on. What did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all that mama was going to be a little too much? And boy, is she. Louie! Louie! We got Louie and Melissa and that mama. And it's on, they're on their way back to Louie's mom's house. All right? Of course, Louie, he said he feels weird, you know, being out. It's kind of overwhelming for him, you know. And the mama got that slick tongue in the back. He gonna talk about he had to go see his PO. And his mama said, I'm going too, Louie. I want to go too. He was like, Ma, sit in the back seat. Ma, you're not coming. Ma, why you want to go? Louie, I want to be with you, Louie. Louie, because I want to know what's going on. So Louie is giving his mama down the road. Melissa is loving it. And Lord have mercy, Donna, she was like, you just sit up in the front and you drive. I will say this. Kudos to you, Melissa. Kudos to you. Because you're taking it. And not many women in that situation would take her lip. But you have taken it. You've had your little slick comments here and there, but you have taken a lot. Kudos to you. So they get home, child. And see, of course, Melissa and Louie wants to have some boom boom time. It's been how many years? Of course he wants to bend her backwards. Flip her forwards. Spread her every which way but loose. But see, his mama said you ain't stepping foot outside this door. You ain't going nowhere. You're staying here. So Louie is saying, don't even worry about it. Okay, I'll talk to her. And Melissa was like, how you going to talk to her? Listen to her. Louie, listen to her. Only thing she's been talking about is how you going to spend the night here and how we're not going to spend the night with each other. How you going to talk to her? Louie. And so Louie is going through his stuff, and he was like, listen, okay, this house triggers me because this is the house where I could call up my dealer and, you know, I could get my stuff, all right? He said, I was a hot mess out here in the streets. Y'all remember in high school, he was Mr. Popular. Wasn't he like the football player? Oh, yeah, that's right, because wasn't Melissa like a cheerleader or was she not? I don't know, Josh. She was a stalker. So, it's time to eat, all right? She done made this big thing of pasta and meatballs, okay? He was, you know, eating, and he was like, hey, Ma, listen, okay? The plan is me and Melissa's going to go to the hotel. I'm going to need a Tupperware bowl, okay? Go ahead and put it in a bowl so we can skedaddle. Honey, Donna said, you're not going anywhere. What are you talking about? You staying here for the night, Louie. I told Melissa that no one is leaving my house. You're not leaving my house, Louie. You're not leaving. And so then, here is Donna getting emotional. She said that it was just her and her son. She said she took care of this boy. She loves her boy, all right? When he was getting in trouble time and time again, when he got locked up, who was there for him? His mother. She took care of him when he didn't have anybody, the good and the bad. And Louis said, listen, she took good care of me, all right? It's this Italian-American family, all right? And I did a lot to my mother. I lied to her. I manipulated her. I stole from her. But isn't that what all addicts do and say? Okay. They are trying to chase the next high, and they will do anything to get it. By any means necessary, they will lie to their family. They will steal from their family. They will steal from others. And that's why half of them, that's why the majority of people who are addicts end up dead, in prison, somewhere homeless. So, he says that he gets it. He understands that his mama is overprotective and she do love him. But he's 40-some years old and he's just trying to break Melissa's back. Okay? Just give me one night. That's all I'm asking. One night. So then, here is Donna. You're not going out there, Louie. What if the probation officer decides to come out here in the middle of the night? You know they do that, right? You know they come out in the middle of the night and check in. First of all, y'all, I have been around several probation officers. And in all of my life, I have never heard of a probation officer coming out at 3 in the morning. I may be wrong. To check in on somebody who freshly got out of prison. They usually give them a good day. Okay? So, Donna is just being a little dramatic. And so she says, what if you get in trouble again? I don't want you to go back to prison. He was like, I'm good. He said, look at me, Ma. He said, I'm mentally good. I'm healthy. He said, this is the best I ever felt. He said, I don't want to go back. I hope he don't go back. Because, see, that's what they all say. I hope he stays clean. But the mama ain't hearing it. What did the mama say? You ain't leaving. And so Melissa was like, you got to be kidding me. I told you. You gonna deal with that? You gonna talk to your mother? I got needs. So Louis was like, oh man, don't worry about it. We'll come up with a plan. So Louis done went to bed. Melissa could talk about, all right, I'm going to bed. Honey, Donna done made her up a couch, honey. She said, here, lay here. Now, Melissa didn't wash her face full of makeup. Still got old jewelry, still got on the cheerleading outfit. And you expect me to think she was going to bed. Honey, they gonna slip and they gonna dip, okay? She said, ain't no way we staying here. Now, let me tell you something, Donna. You best be glad you got somebody like Melissa, okay? And Louie. Because if it was any other of these participants that we have seen in the past, they would have said, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Because, honey, they wouldn't have bounced and wouldn't have thought anything about it. You would have been sitting there crying, snot flying all night. With your slit tongue. Let's move on. Last and most definitely least, Karak, come here. Bring your ass up. Come here. Come here. Karak, now, you too have a slit tongue. And you've been talking to Brittany a little sideways. But this episode, she should have slapped a dog piss out you. Why are you so rude? And you was an a-hole. A-hole jerk. I would have cussed you all the way out, and I wouldn't have gave you no $3,000 to $4,000 worth of gifts. Honey, you need to owe her an apology. Is that how you are? Just nasty. So we got Karak. He's still at home at his mama's house. His mama got a lovely house. Did y'all see that? Oh, I love that. I was like, oof. That was a nice old house. And did y'all see the food? Y'all, when I tell you, see, that's the type of food, of course, I grew up on, okay, in the great state of Virginia. Everything was glistening. I could smell it through the television. I said, damn, I want some green. Damn, was that barbecue? What was that? I said, damn. Did y'all see it? Not only did she had 2 crock pots. Honey, that woman's head was blessed by Jesus. I said, oh, I know it was good. Y'all know it was delicious. And honey, Karak was eating like he ain't never ate before in his life. But see, Karak, you is rushing Brittany with your plate. Talk about, will you make me a plate, please? Hurry up, Brittany. Hurry up. I'm hungry. Just rude. See, that's what that entitlement I was talking about earlier. So he was eating like he ain't never ate before, and it's time, okay? It's time to go back to the hotel, all right? He says his byes, and skedaddle they went. And so here is Brittany, okay, talking about how, of course, she loves Karak, and she wants to be with Karak, and Karak wants to be with her. And, of course, every time we see people get out of prison, they got gifts with them. Clothes, jewelry, cell phones, shoes. They have more stuff waiting for them than some people do their entire life. Karak was no different. A watch, some shoes. Like he just snaps, these little snaps that he do. I don't like it, and Brittany takes it.
Stand up! Stand up!
So anyway, so they get up in the bed, they do a little boom, boom, boom. It's the next morning. It's time for him to go see his probation officer, okay? Now, instead of them getting their butts up out of that bed and quit breathing their funky breath on each other, they should have got up and got ready. See, you don't be playing around when it comes to this. You want to be there a good 30, 45 minutes early. This is your probation officer. But no, they out here heeing and hawing, and then they gotta rush. Brittany, where were you going? They rushing. And she flying down the road going 90. Side note, Brittany done got arrested for speeding. Girl, you learn your lesson. You definitely can't be doing, she was going like 92. Can't be doing down no Virginia roads. Honey, a cop will pull you over if you're 2 miles over the speed limit. So she's flying, she's rushing, she's trying to figure out, you know, the directions to the PO. Karak was like, you need to slow down. Honey, she was like, I'm just trying to get there. They're arguing, they're cussing. Karak cussed at her. Karak, why are you talking to her like that? Nasty. That's nasty. And I don't know why Brittany is putting up with it. Brittany come talk about, don't let the Latino side get the best of me. Brittany, you should have cussed Karak out and said, take your feet to the motherfucker. Get out. I said, I dare you to get back in this car. Get. He will apologize to me. So they get to the probation office. It's like 10 minutes till. And then Karak calls Brittany and blames her. He can talk about, why did you bring me to the Richmond office? She said, that is the one that he was like, I'm supposed to be in Chesterfield. And he hangs up on her. Karak, come here, darling. Come here. Come here. Come here. Why is it up to Brittany to figure out what PO you need to go see? That is your responsibility, not Brittany's. And there you are blaming her, and here you are, you got 5 minutes to get from the Richmond office to Chesterfield. I don't even know how far that is. But you ain't gonna get there in 5 minutes. Karak, I'm gonna need for you to do better and get a better attitude. That's it, y'all. What y'all think? Alright? Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And to my new subscribers, damn, welcome to the family. We just kick it over here. We kick it, we laugh, we have a good time. That's what we do. Alright? Alright, y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, friends.